column or a row, do you still count it? Because sometimes with those graphs or data, sometimes there's just empty columns or rows.
I haven't gotten any like that.
Okay. I just was wondering, because, yeah, there wasn't anything in the reading or the quiz like that, but...
Yeah, I did the preparation and the homework, and, I mean, they give you pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
There's not any holes, so I don't think we'll be given anything like that.
Okay. I did have one other question. I just forgot it. Crap. I'm sure it'll come up when we're taking the quiz, because I'll remember, or I'll remember what I forgot. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. So. Are you guys good, or?
Yeah, I understood. I thought it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Especially with the Excel, it was super easy. You just plug in the numbers. The SPSS was a little bit harder, but again, it wasn't that hard. It just longer.
Just got it. Okay, got it.
But it gives you a bit more information. So I think for that reason, it kind of suggests that you do Excel and not
over. Kind of like last week, or Tuesday's lesson. The Excel was kind of better than.
Yeah, but I think they were they want us to do SPSS because it's got the graphs on it.
Oh.
But outside of the graphs, it's the same thing.
Okay.
So.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. Well, do you want to get started?
Sure. Let's do it.
I can't keep up with you and take
$14 questions.
That's not bad.
Nah. Oh.
So, in the reading, it talked about how you don't. What did they say? They said you don't. Yeah. Questions. Answer no. You want the first one you want no, so that allows the null or the alternative hypothesis to express answering yes. Am I understanding that right? When they're talking about the test for independence.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't.
So for the test for independence, they're saying you want questions that have only like the yes and no answer, and for the null, it's better to have it be no. That way, the alternative hypothesis can be expressing the answer yes. That's just that. I mean, I'm just reading it from.
Yeah, but they did have a couple examples where, for example, they have, for the homework assignment, they have religiosity. I don't know how to say that. That's even a word. It says high, medium, or low, so it's not. That's obviously not yes or no.
Okay.
Oh, but I think I know what you're talking about. For the like the question for the hypothesis, are they independent or are they related or not?
Yeah.
And I think that's really what they're trying to do. But I did like what they said on there, and it's something good to remember. is that we can't say that it's dependent, because they're dependent on something. If we reject them and they're not independent, it means they're dependent on something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're dependent on one another.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So then for 3, would it be gender and voting preferences are not independent for the null, and then the alternative, gender and voting preferences are independent?
So yeah, so the null are independent and alternative not independent.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Thanks. So 4 is, number of rows minus 1, number of columns minus 1. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be 12?
Should be 2.
What?
For number 5 should be 2. Because you got to look on here, it's the column total and the row total, so those don't count.
Oh, that's right.
So you've got the Republican, Democrat, Independent, female, and male. So 2 minus 1 and 3 minus 1.
Okay, that's right.
2 times 1. So it should be 2.
Perfect. And then, crap, what were the requirements? You must use simple random sample to obtain a sample from a single population, and each expected count must be greater than or equal to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then...
So that one should be expected counts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm plugging in the numbers, everything's over 5, so it says that. So I think the answer is yes, there are at least 5 expected counts in each cell.
Okay.
It's funny, this whole chi squared thing
Yeah.
reminded me of what some of the youth did in Colombia. So they would have like a conversation pronouncing basically every syllable, and they would put chi in front of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so it would just be like their own little language.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
Oh.
This is what they did. And I could never get a hang of it or learn how to do it or understand it.
That is funny. Okay. Sorry.
So, did you guys get the test statistic already?
My SPS won't open if I'm talking to you guys. So no.
Well, you can do it on the Excel thing. I don't know if it's on the same Excel document that we did last time. You just have to choose chi square.
Okay. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Let me try and open that.
But I did get it. I got 16.20.
Okay. That's what I got.
And p-value, I got 0, basically.
Yeah.
So when you're entering 0, like in number 8, when it tells you to round to 3 decimals, is it best to add the 3 decimals, or is it just fine with 0?
I think it's fine with 0. Because, I mean, obviously we have to round, and just rounding up won't make a lot of sense.
I was just wondering if it would mark it wrong if there wasn't 3 decimal places.
Plus we got it wrong.
What was I trying to do?
It's kind of funny that they use the same numbers that they did in like other examples.
Yeah.
Lack of creativity.
They just did. Yep.
I mean, they could totally just make up new numbers.
But they choose not to. Okay. How did I open that up last time?
That's not it.
Oh my goodness, I just realized next time we meet, it's the review.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That came up quick.
Yeah, this was a very short one.
Yeah, it was really easy too.
I liked this one. Which means that there's probably going to be a lot of review on the test.
Yeah, they on the video on the second video they said that they kind of went over the whole review thing for it, and I copied down the little chart that they have, and this is basically the chart that they gave. It just has a bunch of lists of everything that we've done.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
So I'm going to try to fill that out and try to get some more information into it and go through my notes. And I think this will be my notes for the test.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But next week, is it just, I mean, is that all we have is the test? We don't have any lessons?
On Tuesday is the review. Wednesday, you have to take the test by Wednesday, and then I think Thursday is when we start the new lesson.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I looked on there and it just had a review for tests for the whole week. So maybe I saw wrong.
But I know that, I know that the test has to be taken by Wednesday.
Okay. So for number 9, can we say that there is sufficient evidence to suggest that gender and voting preferences are not independent?
You said there is?
Yeah, because p-value is 0, which is less than whatever alpha is, level of significance.
Yeah, the 0.5.
Yeah. So is that true, or does anybody have any?
No, that sounds good to me.
Okay. And And then for number 10, I believe it's true.
Yeah, that's what I put.
Okay.
It meets the 2 requirements.
And then number 11, is that 8?
11, that's 8, 1, 2, 3, 3, so it's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Sweet. And have you all gotten 12 yet?
Nope. Still trying to open Excel.
I got either 7.44 or 49.743.
I got 7.44. I don't know how you got 49.
Yeah, how'd you get 49?
The 49 I did on the firmware thing, SPSS, and then I got 7.44 for the Excel. But I thought they... Sorry, go ahead.
Did you set it up right on the SPSS?
I thought I did the exact... I just followed the directions in here, and...
Did you weight the cases?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so... I just did exactly the way that it did it in in the review, because they use... I guess they use a little bit... Oh, they use different numbers, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Because they did the exact same thing in the lesson, but I thought the same numbers, but they're not, so that makes sense.
I guess they are different. They look the same when I was looking at them.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I got 7.44.
Okay. Did you get 0.49 as the p-value as well?
Yeah.
Kendra, are you still waiting for Excel?
Nope, I was just putting it in. Just a little behind.
Okay.
I got the Chia test, and then I'm just doing the P value.
Oh.
You said p-val, it's 0.49, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. And so there is insufficient evidence to suggest that motivation to visit a chiropractor is not independent of the location.
Correct.
Sweet.
Which is kind of like the opposite of the null hypothesis, is that right?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, opposite of the alternative, right?
Yeah, so
because it's not independent.
Yeah, I guess we don't really state the null hypothesis. We state the alternative hypothesis, whether there's sufficient evidence for the alternative or there's insufficient evidence for the alternative.
Does it say that in the lesson?
No, but that's how they're stating it in here. I don't know if they did say it in the lesson.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what
They
you're saying.
might have. I feel like they might have.
Yeah,
but that's how they've been stating it.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good to me.
Because that's how she, on the key for the assignment, that's how she stated it on there too. So we just have to say that there's insufficient evidence that they're not independent, or that there's sufficient evidence that they're not independent. We're never going to say that there's sufficient evidence to say that they're independent. Which, the opposite of not independent is just independent.
Right.
Yep. Cool.
But that's really what we're testing for, is the alternative, to see if the alternative is right or not.
Yeah.
I think.
Sweet.
So are we good?
Yeah. Do you just want to go over it and then submit?
Yeah.
Alright.
Uh-oh. My battery.
What?
My battery's dying. I guess I gotta charge it real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so let's start with number 3.
Okay.
3 is, the null is gender and voting are independent, and then the alternative is gender and voting are not independent. 4 is the df equals the number of rows minus 1 multiplied by the number of columns minus 1. What is the correct choice for degrees of freedom for this problem is 2 for number 5. Number 6 is yes. There are at least 5 expected counts in each cell. Number 7, chi-squared test statistic for this problem is 16.2. 8 is 0. 9 is there is sufficient evidence to suggest that gender and voting preferences are not independent. Let's see. Yeah, okay. And number 10 is true. Number 11 is 8. Number 12 is 7.44. And number 13 is 0.490. Number 14, there is insufficient evidence to suggest that motivation to visit a chiropractor is not the location.
All right.
All right.
And it's my turn to submit, right? I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I did it Tuesday, so.
So it says we didn't miss any.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Well
We're
done.
awesome.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday is the review,
Mhm.
and then so on and so forth with the test. Great.
Yep.
Yep.
My grade is 0.04 points from an 89.
Good for you, man.
I'm trying to get it up to a 90, so it's an A. It's really close.
Yeah,
Good
I
for
bet
you.
you can do it on this test.
I
Gotta
bet
get a
you
good
that.
grade.
Yeah, if you have that, whatchamacallit, that outline of all the stuff we've gone over, I bet you'll do pretty good. Because that seemed to be the issue, at least on the last test, was they asked so many questions about previous material that,
About everything. Yeah.
yeah, I just didn't have it all in my brain completely, so.
Actually, did you all meet with the who is it, Sister Cook?
No,
Yeah.
You did?
No, I didn't.
I didn't. I just never got around to it.
Yeah, me either. But
It's all good.
Although I'm really considering doing